Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for coming to the Service Club of Manatee County's grant receptions. Today, we will be giving out grants to various organizations and charities in our local area that serve our local children. But first, let me tell you a little bit about the history of the Service Club of Manatee County. In 1927, Manatee County was a small community struggling through the early years of the Great Depression. Ballard Primary School was the only elementary school in Bradenton at that time. A group of Manatee County women noticed children were coming to school without lunches and banded together to make sandwiches and cookies and to deliver them confidentially to the needy children. These women were the founding members of the Service Club of Manatee County. In the 1940s, when the school lunch program became part of the school system, these women focused on providing lunch money for them, clothes, and shoes for the needy children that they had been serving in the past. Support for this effort soon came from the rest of the community, who supported our fundraising activities. Some of those activities were things, if you remember, the bridge parties, the luncheons, the rummage sales, dinners and teas and golf tournaments and fashion shows and evenings at the movies. After World War II, the federal government assumed responsibility for the school lunch program, and the Service Club looked to help local children at Children's Haven, the local center for developmentally disabled children. The same generous impulses that started the lunch program were followed by an even wider concern for the welfare of the needy children in our community. Local dentists and physicians agreed to provide dental care and eyeglasses, and even tonsillectomies for children in need. To be able to help as many children as we possibly could, the Service Club in 1963 held its first ever antique show at the Bradenton Municipal Auditorium. This year, we celebrated our 50th antique show, and the proceeds from that show, along with other activities that the club does, goes into these grants that we will be passing out today. Next year, we'll have another antique show. You'll be hearing about the time and place, and we want to thank the people that have come in the past and encourage everyone to come out again in the future so that we can continue to help the needy children in Manatee County. Now, a little bit about the grants process. We begin in January, and there is a request for proposals that goes out to the various agencies that we know serve children. The committee gets together. We are assigned various agencies where we personally go out and meet with the staff and volunteers of each agency that we choose to give a grant to. It takes a lot of time on behalf of these ladies, but we want to make sure that the money that we raise and that are entrusted in our care goes to help the most children in the most needed areas. So we want to thank you all for applying for the grants. We are so happy that you're here today. And without any further ado, let's start passing out some of these grants. Our first organization to receive a grant today is Art Center Manatee with Kathy Mijou.
Hold it. We thank the Service Club very much for your support. The funding will allow us to provide 20 scholarships to kids in need in Manatee County. So we are very grateful. All of us at the Art Center thank you, and 20 very fortunate kids thank you.
That is the Art Center Manatee. Our next organization is Beyond the Spectrum, and representing them is Laura Carpenter.
Just like to say thank you so much to the community for this wonderful grant on behalf of Beyond the Spectrum. It's going to be for electronic communication devices for children with autism and related disorders, and it's going to service well over 60 families. So thank you so much for your generosity.
Thank you Beyond the Spectrum. Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and representing them today, Wanda Reed Burke and Eric, whose last name just went out of my head. Bruce, I am so sorry. And I've known him forever.
Thank you so much. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a one-to-one mentoring organization serving children facing adversities in our community and providing them adult mentors. The funding that we receive from the Service Club, the generosity of the Service Club, will go to help some middle school children that are already identified as not being able to graduate. So we're going to pair them up with some great mentors and help some of these kids at the middle school level with this generous grant. Thank you so much.
Thank
Marianne.
you. CareNet Minnesota Pregnancy Center will be the recipient of our next grant, and representing CareNet is Haley Bucciarelli. Did I butcher your name too bad?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. On behalf of CareNet Minnesota Pregnancy Center, we will be using the grant so graciously given to us for cribs, mattresses, and new car seats for young women who are in crisis pregnancies. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next recipient is Boys and Girls Clubs of Manatee County, and representing them, Miss Barb Lewis.
Thank you. On behalf of the 4,000 boys and girls that we serve each year and over 900 students a day who need us most, we thank you very much for your support.
Church of the Cross is our next recipient with their food pantry, and representing them is Lori Vogel.
Thank you very much. I want to thank the ladies of the Service Club for all you've done. We live in a beautiful county, and you have made this even better. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, the money that you are giving today will prepare 40 children at Moody Elementary School ready to get back to school with all the things that they will need. Thank you.
Our next grant recipient has been one that the Service Club has provided funds for, golly, 50 years or more. So without any further ado, please bring forward the representatives from Community Haven, Marla Doss, Mickey Eckenrod, and one of our recipients, Olivia.
Good afternoon. On behalf of all of the children, teens, and adults that we have been serving for 60 years in our community with developmental and physical disabilities, I want to thank each and every one of you so much for all of your efforts. This scholarship, or this grant money, is going to go towards scholarshiping 25 of our students, our littlest ones, from infants to age 5 in Selby Preschool, and is also going to be providing some behavioral service therapy. So Olivia just wanted to say, thank you. We practice this, you know, practice does not always make perfect. But seriously, thank you so very much for your years of support.
Our next grant recipient is Easter Seals of Southwest Florida. Joining us today is Shannon Pierce.
First, I would like to congratulate the Service Club of Manatee County on 88 years of wonderful service for our children. And thank you on behalf of the Lilly School at Easter Seals. This grant money will go towards providing not only playground equipment for physical development, but it will touch every single classroom. And we serve over 80 students in our 0 to 5. Making that first 5 years count. So thank you so much for your generous grant. Thank you.
As you heard, one of the reasons that the Service Club became active was feeding children in need. Our next recipient does just that. Elks Feeding Empty Little Tummies, represented by Jeff Mitchell.
Elks feeding empty little tummies. We understand that there are over 2,000 children in Manatee County who, between the ages of 5 and 12, that the school board has told us that they are living in either a homeless situation or in a food-deprived situation. That's deplorable, and Elks who take care of children and veterans will not allow that to happen. So we started a backpack program. These children, at least 650 children a week, every week during the school, every Friday, get a backpack with 6 full meals, snacks, something to drink, fruit, and to go home and eat over the weekend, because from noon Friday till breakfast Monday morning at school, these children have nothing to eat. Imagine you're 6 years old staring at the ceiling Saturday morning, you're hungry, there's nothing in the house. That's travesty. We cannot allow that to happen in our county. So thank you very much, Service Club of Manatee County. They are a great supporter of children, and we are so grateful for their help in our situation. Thank you. That's only 2 sentences.
Also helping meet some of those needs with our children is Feeding Empty Little Tummies, represented by William Moore.
Thank you, Marianne. I'd like to first thank the Service Club of Manatee County for being so generous and for doing the work that they do. As eFelts, Feeding Empty Little Tummies is doing the same thing. We're reaching out to these kids that need food on the weekends, and as was said before, they were coming home hungry. They couldn't focus in school on Monday, being a disruption, and that just can't go in Manatee County. So we have taken on the challenge as well, and we really thank the Service Club for your generous donation to us, and we will continue to do our work. Thank you very much.
Family Network on Disabilities will be our next recipient, and representing them, Ms. Mary Smith.
We are very fortunate to be a first-time recipient of a grant from the Service Club and are thrilled to be here. The grant will be used to help our children that are in our respite program and our staff with toolkits and training that they need to be able to manage and take care of the children.
Family Partnership Center will be our next recipient. Representing the partnership, Steve Adams.
Hi, thanks very much indeed. We, Family Partnership Centre, are a child abuse prevention centre here in Bradenton, evidence-based, keeping families together, giving parenting education to children, and thanks to the Service Club, we're going to be able to fund our latest project, which is observing children at play with their parents and how they interact. It's incredibly important that these kids get this, so we are so grateful that you've given us this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. The Food Bank of Manatee provides provides food for children in need, and representing the food bank, Cindy Sloan.
Thank you. The Food Bank of Manatee is the largest hunger relief organization in Manatee County. And I just want to thank the Service Club of Manatee, because with their funding, what we plan on doing is help feed children during the summer through our Whiteout Summer Hunger campaign. And we're going to try to pack the food bags for Fridays and take them to the break spots so that the kids won't go without. So that's our mission for the summer, and thank you.
Foundation for Dreams is a 2015 recipient, and representing them, Elena Casella.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Foundation for Dreams, thank you so much to the beautiful women of the Service Club of Manatee. This grant will provide scholarships so that children from Manatee County with special needs can attend Dream Oaks Camp, and their parents can be provided a respite. They come out, they horseback ride, they canoe, they go boating, they do art therapy, music therapy, you name it. It's a real camp. They come out and do it, and the best part of all, the parents get to have some rest. We welcome you to come out. We are year-round, and we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.
The Girl Scouts of the USA Gulf Coast Council will be receiving a grant from Service Club this year. Representing them, Ray Dowling, board member, and Sue Stewart, the executive director.
Thank you so much to the Service Club. On behalf of almost 2,500 girls and adult volunteers in Manatee County, we will be using the funding to support our financial assistance within our Promise Fund. This will enable girls who would otherwise not be able to afford Girl Scouting to have a true leadership experience. I also want to thank the Service Club. I have attended your wonderful antique show. This will be my upcoming 3rd year, so I look forward to 50 more years. So thank you so much.
And in complete honesty, I had Girl Scout cookies at my wedding reception because I was a professional Girl Scout at one point in my life. Guardian Angels is a local charity that has come to Manatee County. Representing them, Bobby Price.
Thank you. A quick word about Guardian Angels. Our goal is to provide homes for foster children. We're a faith-based organization. One of our goals is to be able to keep sibling groups together. So we have a campus in Palmetto, Minnesota campus. We have 3 homes there, and we can provide homes for up to 5 siblings. The money received, the gift today from Service Club, will help us build a playground for these children in our new homes. Thank you so very much.
Healthy Teens Coalition will be receiving a grant from Service Club this year. Representing them, Lisa Moreras.
Thanks, Marianne. The Healthy Teens Coalition is dedicated to preventing teen pregnancy, and thanks to the generosity of the Service Club over the last several years, we have been able to have a meaningful impact on our teen birth rates in the county. They went from 11th highest in the state down to 32nd. So the Service Club is really having a meaningful impact on what's going on with our teens here in Manatee County. So funding will continue to support our program that's called Go Girls. It's an evidence-based program that provides therapeutic mentoring to high-risk middle and high school young ladies. So thank you.
Hope Family Services will receive a grant from the Service Club of Manatee. Donna Kripe will be their representative today.
Hi, thank you. I just want to thank you on behalf of Hope Family Services. The money that we get today will help continue with our children's program. We do counseling, we do primary prevention, and this money will help go to that. Thank you.
Minnesota SOV is our latest recipient, and representing their organization, Peggy Kerwin.
Thank you. Solve Maternity Homes wishes to thank the Service Club of Manatee County for continued support. And we thank you. The funds that are earned through this grant help provide intensive counseling and case management services and parenting education to women who have chosen life for their babies, so we can help them create stronger families. We look at turning pain into purpose. And we thank you.
Manatee Glens is the next recipient of our grant. Kathy Wilson and Ann Burke are their representatives.
Thank you. Well, we want to first thank, obviously, the Service Club of Manatee County. My mother was in Service Club for many years, and I take her to the antique show every year now. So we really appreciate their generosity and the fact that we have clubs like this in the county that help out in ways that others can't. And we're representing 2 of our many programs at Manatee Glens. Manatee Glens is the local mental health and subabuse agency that treats many kids and adults throughout the county. Anne's CAT team, which is an intensive team, which is really made to help kids and families. It's a really wraparound program. Stay out of residential facilities and stay in the home. And then Rape Crisis Services, which is a 24-hour program that serves kids and adults in the county who've been traumatized by rape in Manatee County. So for the actual money that we are getting, we are going to actually help 15 to 20 kids with therapy and different types of camps, guitar lessons, horseback riding, anything that's really out of the box and that the kids can't afford themselves. So we really appreciate this.
Our next representative, Marcella Lacey from Manatee Children's Services. Marcella?
Manatee Children's Services provides emergency shelter and group home foster care to children who have been abused. The grant money that we are going to receive is going to be utilized to help beautify our residential homes. We do greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. The Service Club will be granting scholarships to the Manatee Players Organization. Representing them, their Executive Director, Janine Amick. Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. Amy, she just got married, people, okay? So, congratulations.
Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, ladies of the Service Club of Manatee. This is going to help children of ages from 5 to 18 have the opportunity to participate in our summer acting camps. It gives children the opportunity to be mentored under professionals, to attend camps all week long, and then put on a professional production of themselves. So this grant will help both with full and partial scholarships up to 40 children. Thank you.
Sorry. Again, in complete disclosure, I remember when I was in first grade, they decided that they were going to build a museum in Manatee County in downtown Bradenton. And I had to earn the $1 for my little capsule that I got. And I was able to write something prophetic on it. And I can't remember what I wrote, but I did it. And the museum raised money and they got built and they're still here with us today and we're so excited. South Florida Museum, their director, Brennan Bisio.
Thank you, Marianne, and thank you to all of you in the Service Club. You've supported the museum for many years as we have the opportunity then to bring the underserved kids into the museum for a week-long immersion in science camp. So what you do is you help the kids keep learning over the summer, and no tests and all retention. So thank you very much.
Our next recipient is St. Joseph's Food Bank, and their representatives joining us today, Mike and Patty O'Driscoll. Change your name on you, sorry about that. I have a Matt at home, maybe that's what I was thinking.
In 2014, the St. Joseph Food Pantry served 18,000 children. Your wonderful grant is going to let us help the school-age children over the summer. We provide them with a bag of groceries that is shelf stable so that they have something in their house even if they eat out where the school districts are providing some food. We thank you so much. It is helping our program a great deal.
Thank you, Patty. Our next recipient of a Service Club grant is Still Point House of Prayer. They're representing joining us today, Jeff Belvo.
Thank you very much to everyone from the Service Club. 4 years ago, you provided the seed money for our diaper program, and this grant today will help us provide diapers on demand the right size at the right time to between 300 and 400 mothers and their children each month. Thank you very, very much.
Our next grant recipient is Turning Points. You may recognize that name. It's been several different names over the years. One Stop Center. They provide services to homeless and homeless children. Their representative, Adele Arosa.
Well, Turning Points is there for the turning points in many people's lives. We provide comprehensive services to people who need basic services, help with their rent, utilities, health, dental services, lots of things. But this particular grant is going to go to help people who are facing housing problems with rent and utilities. So it's really hard to be a student and learn when you have empty tummies, which are going to get filled by felt, and we're going to give them housing. So we're going to work in conjunction with them and provide services probably to about 10 families. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, wait, you got to take your picture. Last but not least, our final grant recipient today is the Young Life Program. Their representative joining us, Emily Johnson.
We are so grateful for this, and we specifically are going to use the money for a new ministry that we launched this past year, or a year and a half ago. It's called Capernaum, and it's a ministry to adolescents with disabilities, physical or mental. And we have a meeting every other Sunday night that they come to, and they have a meal, and their parents are welcome to stay for that meal. Or if they feel comfortable, they drop their student off. And so we provide a meal on those Sunday night meetings, and then some of the money is going to be used to help send some of those kids to camp. There's a camp that is specifically for them, for kids with special needs, and in the Ocklawaha, Florida, and they'll be able to go there, which is pretty significant for kids like that. So, thank you.
Stay right here for your picture. Let me just take a moment and thank Sandy Law, who has been handwriting all of these checks. As a former English teacher, I knew I had the right person in the job. Well, this concludes the part of passing out the money, so my part is done. But at this point in time, I would like to ask our grant chairman, B. Moran, and our president, Eileen Hoffner, to come up and just close us out.
This has been a very challenging year because there have been so many really truly worthy agencies serving children in Manatee County, and we were able to give everyone a grant this year, and we thank you all so much for coming out and making this our first out-of-home, as it were, experience for a celebration. Thank you. And I want to introduce our president, Eileen Hoffner.
Thank you. This is really great. This is the largest amount we've ever given away. And did Mary Ann mention that since 2005 we've given away well over $1 million to the children of Manatee County? That we don't have the records that we can put our hands on how much it was between 1927 and 2005. Well, I can get back till about 93, but it's a huge amount of money, and we're very, very proud, and we're very grateful for the community. And I want to thank everyone for coming today. We're so grateful that your organizations provide for our children here in Manatee County. These grants cover so many facets of a child's life. It's all so important, all fitting together to give them a much brighter future. It's great to be part of an 88-year tradition that has meant so much to so many since 1927. If you haven't noticed it already, please read this poster of the Service Club mission statement on your way out. The focus is on children, and it's never wavered in all these years. We owe so much to those who have preceded and inspired us. I'd also like to thank the Service Club partners. This is very important. We have many foundations and individuals that trust us to get their dollars to where they can do the most good for our children. Most of them would rather we not name them. But this year we have a new partner. We're very proud. In the fight against hunger, Bilo Foundation has joined us this year, and you know them better as Winn-Dixie grocery stores. We hope that this is the beginning of a very long partnership, and thank you so much to them. I don't know that we have a representative here today. I know they had some corporate meetings. So we're at the end of our club year, and next week I'll be passing the gavel to Sandy Scroggins. Can you put your hand up? So she'll be up here next year, and I hope... Congratulations to you, and I hope that we have more money at that point. As we look ahead, put the Service Club's Antique Show on your calendar for the last weekend in February next year. I believe it's the 26th, 27th, and 28th, am I correct? At the Convention Center in Palmetto, and please support our efforts there to help you. A thank you from all of us and to the press that came to record, cover, and photograph this event. As you leave today, stay focused and stay safe. And thanks so much for coming.